Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome to another weekly Transformers Earth Wars stream. So we do this every single week, but this week's a bit different because this week's a big week in the game. We're discussing Ability 11. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to talk a bit about Ability 11, how it sort of started, how it came about. We're going to talk a bit about the play testing and how we went about it. Then we're going to go through the descriptions of the abilities, and then we're obviously going to show them. A couple of things is what we're going to do. We're going to show Mega Supreme his 5-star version. Someone asked in my Discord server, the VIP section, if they could see it. So if you're not aware, guys, you can donate to the channel, and once you've got to £20 or $20 donation, then you get access to the VIP section. So VIP section, you tend to know what I'm going to talk about on the stream a day or two earlier. You can put requests in for content as well, and just a little bit extra for those that have just requested give me something back to those that have donated to the stream. That's all. So let's see who we have in the stream. So I do apologize for the very early notification for some people, and it's gone that far back I can't even see who is first in the stream. So I do apologize. But we do have Jason Rowley, Stuck in Beta. We got Con Crusher, Leader One, who's a good friend of mine. We have Chip Cox. Who else? A lot of chat about Vegemite. We've got the Crusher, we've got Grind Time. Welcome. If you've not checked out Grind Time's channel yet, go and check his channel out. Up and coming tuber. We've got Righteous, one of the mods. Thank you for posting the link. We have Joseph Cirillo. What else have we got? A lot of chat. Wind Chaser as well. We've got Sharks here. Thank you again for posting the link. We've got Blast Wave. Anyone else? Wreck and Rule, William Wilkinson, Philip Martin, and Silverbolt, another one of our mods. Thank you. Oh, and Grind Time has donated to the stream. Thank you, Grind Time. I think he's already. He's already in the VIP Grind Time, but thank you anyway. Very much appreciated. And we've got Voodoo Ride, JCBs. Hey, how's it going? Thunderbot. Hey. Welcome. Thunderbot's a very good friend of mine. Retro Geek, and Trevor Knight, Stormbreaker, and Kenny Honeycutt, and Chris Taylor's just jumped in. I think that's everyone. So welcome everyone to the stream. So, first off, Ability 11. So, Ability 11 came about, February, March this year? People don't realize how long ago it started to talk about it. A good 9 months ago. And when it came about, everyone was like, oh, yeah, Ability 11. That sounds pretty good. As time has gone on, I think the problem that SpaceX have done is they've said that Ability 11, and they use this word, this is the key word. Ability 11, they want it to be special. That's the key word they use. And so it hyped it up a lot. And I think that as play testers, when we got hold of this, we were expecting it to be absolutely amazing, absolutely out of this world. And maybe the expectation was too high. In some respects, these Ability 11s are really good, almost to be groundbreaking. I'm going to give a new lease of life to some. Some is pretty good, and some I just don't think it's there yet. But I think the reason behind it is to give the bots a chance to maybe be a 5-star. The ones that are already 5 stars are already pretty good. The ones that aren't maybe need a bit of improvement. And that's the sort of theory behind it. People think that the play testers basically say, we want this. And the apes go, okay, here you go. It doesn't happen like that all the time. 70% of the time, we ask for something and we get it. Sometimes they modify it. Sometimes they say, well, not quite at that level. Well, 30% of the time, the apes say, no, that's not going to happen. And a good example of that is, I don't think there's a single play tester in that chat that said they wanted it at 1 million spark and 750,000 Zen. That's what it's going to cost for ability 11. Not a single playtester said that should be like that. Some said 500k Zen, some said less spark. I understand the spark increase. 500, 750, 1 million for 8, 9, and 10. I understand that. But 750,000 Zen is a lot of Zen. A lot. Considering you got to get 1 million spark as well. So it's a bit high. I think 500,000 would have been better. 750,000 what I expected. But I think most wanted at 500,000. But it's a good example of something that the playtesters wanted and the apes just said, sorry, but that's just not happening. So it is set for the time being. It's not going to change. It's not a printing error. It is 1 million spark and it is 750,000 Z energy. It is. Before I carry on, there's something I've just missed something off. I really apologize. Online, we've got a training room which Tex the Titan has set up. It's a really good room. If you're in my Discord server, it's a good source of information and questions. But this is also online. So if you're not on Discord and you've only got Line, then you can join our training room. It's a really good room, like I said, for information. And more so, you can post videos in there. And yeah, it's a really good source. One of the mods is going to post a link in the chat. So if you've got Line and you want to join the training room, whether that's to give information, whether it's to get information, then yeah, it's a really good room to be in. Anyway, back to ability 11. So we're going to go through each bot. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to show them in action. So first off, so what I've done is I've upgraded all my Decepticons to ability 11, and all the Autobots are at 10. So we can see them at 10, and we can see them at 11 afterwards. So, going through Optimus Prime Megatron's ability. So, it says the upgrade bonus for 10 to 11 is it shields your alloys for 40% of received damage. So, you know, that's pretty much, people use this Red Alert. They use Optimus Prime Red Alert to rush and shield. So, it makes that a lot cheaper and gives them more protection. But what they've also done is, we've made a complaint that well, there was a bit of mixed reviews in a playtesting for this. And my take, well, someone said that, you know, when you rush to a storage, sometimes the rush ends too soon. And then it can be a struggle. Some people said, well, that's actually down to tactics and down to, you know, good base design. Other people said it wasn't really fair because then people are making Prime stay at ability 1 to give them that advantage. So they've made it so it does damage over time. So there's more, it's more geared towards upping Prime's ability now. That was the aim. But I did say I would rather have it fixed so that all bots follow the rush than have it where it just carries on when the building is destroyed. I think the big problem with the rush is that bots don't follow the rush. That's more important. And I think that needs fixing as a primary before we even look at buffing anything else. But sadly, SpaceX decided that this is more important or maybe a bit easier to program and they can get it out there and get it done. So it's still a good thing to, you know, bring out and a good, you know, a good buff for Prime. But yeah, I still think before people are going to start really using rushes, you really need to address all bots following the Prime rush. And once they nail that, I think the Prime rush may come back into the game in a big way. But yeah, so we're going to see that. Like I said, we'll see that shortly. We're going to show all the bots together, but we'll go through to the next one. So the next one is Ratchet and Hook. And this one, it shields a target from 40% of received damage for 5 seconds. So basically, it gives them a shield like... I'm trying to think of a bot that gives them a shield. I think a bit like Grimlock's shield. So it gives them a shield for 40% when you use the heal bomb. Grimlock and Razor Claw, damage extended to a small area. So that's a very good upgrade as well. Firefly and Blastoff, they do half the damage around the area as well as what they normally do. Upgrading to 11 also gives it a slight increase in damage as well as the other upgrades would. So that's good. Ironhide and Bludgeon give a 50% protective shield for 8 seconds. And RC and Nightbird, the decoy explodes on 0 health, stunning nearby targets, which I think a lot of people asked for, but we'll talk about that again, my thoughts on it. Sea Spray and Octopunch, you get a 5-second EMP duration, and they've also increased the bot's DPS by 10%, and they've also doubled the tornado speed. Now, I am told by Space Ape, though, that they have also doubled the damage. So, because it did damage every second, it was so slow, it did say X amount of damage, but it's faster, it would do less damage. So they've upped the damage to compensate for the speed. I know there's quite a few questions about that in the chats that I've seen. Jazz and Mixmaster, 50% ability damage in extended bombardment area. So basically it extends the area effect. Bumblebee has an extra 33% ability damage. So it's on top of his 33. So that becomes 66. Air Raid and Slipstream, they have an EMP effect to their fusion bomb, is it? I think it's called. Yeah. And I think that's all of them covered. Yeah. So we'll have a quick look through, like I said. So we've got, let's have a look at 4-star Prime first. So you can look at 4-star Prime. You can see the stats for that. So you can see there, I've took most of the cores off. And what I have done is bots that I've got a core on, I put the same core at the same level on the other bot, so you can compare. So you see there that the rally the Autobots for 9.5 seconds, dealing 1,677 damage, and then when upgraded to 11, so engage target and shield them for 40 seconds. Then the damage goes over 10 seconds, and 1,735 damage over 10 seconds. So pretty much the same, like I said. In terms of damage, it's still not a lot of damage, so it does well against low HP buildings. When trying to rush, I've tried rushing against the really low health buildings, and it still doesn't rush really well. So it does work. It's just, I think it's helped more against the likes of the harvesters. It rushes better to harvesters now on low HP buildings around that area, not the really low ones like the research lab and things like that. Next on the list, we've got Ratchet. So, my thoughts on M's and Megatron. So, the shield is really good. It really is, especially for a Russian smash sort of guy. So, I think it's good that they made it over time. So, it encourages you to increase his ability. But the big question really is it worth... Oh, I can see the stream's got a bit fuzzy again. Oh, I did this again. This is 2 weeks in a row. Why is it doing this now? It's gone fine again now. Yeah, I think it's loaded up again now. Your phone needs ability 11. Okay, it's not too bad. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, it's gone pretty clear for me now as well. So we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, I think that the shield will be really beneficial. I think it'll be really good for Russian smash teams if they can get all the bots to follow. That will be the big thing. Next on the list, we've got Ratchet and Hook. So let's find 4-star Ratchet. I think he's somewhere up there somewhere, I think. Wow, was he really that low? I forget how many high-level bots I've got, but then I think, hang on a minute, I've gone a bit far down here. So there we go. There he is. So you see there, level 10, he does 2,859 healing with his heal grenade. So 2,859. what I'm gonna do, guys, I know that a lot of people take screenshots of these, so I'm just gonna try and do some settings again, like I did last week, and just change a few settings around. Give me a second. Okay, we'll try reloading the game back up again, see if that helps. Reset the connection. So yeah, talking about again Optimus Prime Megatrons. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Like I said, it's not too bad. Ratchet's heel bomb is a lot more impressive than Optimus Primes and Megatrons, without a doubt. I think Ratchet's going to be one of the abilities to upgrade. I really do. Still quite fuzzy. Ah, there we go. And there we go. We're back. Oh, we're on to Ratchet 4-star. So let's get his stats back up again, in case anyone missed it in the blur. So there is Ratchet stats: 2,859 healing bomb, and then looking at the ability 11, which is Hook, it goes up to 3,351. So that's a considerable health jump in the heal grenade, but it also adds a 40% shield as well over 5 seconds. Personally, I don't like that a bit more. The healing bomb a bit less in the healing amount. I don't really use that much, but the protection is really good. But I just think that 5 seconds is not quite enough. I think it could be a bit more, but it's still pretty good. It's just not amazing. Like I said, when they said they're going to bring this out, the word they used was special. So yeah. The next one we've got is Dynabot. Not Dynabot, Grimlock. At level 10, he does 3,567, which is pretty good. He's not a bad bot. He's not a great bot. Razor Claw, which is Grimlock's alternative at 11, does 3,974 to enemies in a small area around the target. Oh, and thank you, Steve, for donating to the channel. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And like I said, anyone wants to donate, they can, guys. Just donate button at the bottom. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Steve. Steve is on his way to becoming a VIP in the Discord server. So thank you very much. Even though the screen is blurry, I appreciate it. Hashtag RC is boss. Well, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, the thing about Razor Claw is that when he does his ability 11, he does 3,974 in an area. So he doesn't do one like less damage than that. He literally does almost 4,000 damage in the whole area. And the area is pretty considerable. It really is. I mean, we can test the range, but I don't think it's that far off Elita's range. That's the sort of damage that he's doing and the area that he's doing. It's quite incredible. And I think that out of all the ability 11s, then I think Grimlock and Razorclaw is one of them. And I might even go as far as saying it might even push me to look at going to batch 1. That's how good it is as an upgrade. It really is. Especially if you use the likes of Goldfire, Star Saber, Elita, bots like that. So yeah, having a sort of a cleanup bot like Grimlock would be amazing. I think this could actually bring 5-star and 4-star Grimlock back into the meta. 3,974. So let's have a look at the 5-star. So he will do 4,258 in an area. So that could be incredible. Finally, but it is going to take that million spark and 750k Zen. But this is what we want. We want it where it's like, oh, that's a lot, but wow, look at the benefit I'm getting. That's what we really need. That's what we really want. Next up, we've got Firefly and Blastoff. So we can look at Firefly. So Firefly, I've put an EO core on him, level 15G metal. I think that's about reasonable. And at level 10, 6110, he does 5,759 damage, which is not too bad. And then 7, he will do 5,958 damage, and then pretty much half of that in the area around. Again, quite a considerable area as well. So it will damage a lot of areas as well. So pretty considerable. And then if we look at the 5-star, to give you an idea, so that does, don't forget this is level 58, guys. I did ask for SpaceX to upgrade it to 61, but didn't get it in time. So we're expecting maybe 6,200, 300 damage. And then with half of that in an area as well. So, yeah. I think that's another ability that's going to be quite good. I think it could be quite considerable. I think a lot of people are going to use Firefly. We are going to talk about the next batch, possibly. Nothing's come out yet, but just my thoughts on the next batch as well. We'll talk about that later. Ironhide and... So Ironhide, for me, Ironhide was one of the first 4-stars, if not the first 4-star that I got in the game. So he's got a special place in the game for me. And at 6110, he does 1,500 damage. And for me, that's just ridiculous. He's been left behind. He's a forgotten bot. He's not kept with the meta at all. He's never been in the meta. And I really thought this would be a chance to bring Ironhide into the meta, maybe buff him at the same time, give him a buff, give him ability 11, make him decent. Now, I get that Space Ape don't want to make the old bots, overpowered unless they're ability 11. I get that. I do. But come on, let's at least make the guy 11. He's just so irrelevant. And looking at his level 11 counterpart. So at level 11, he puts a protective shield that blocks 50% damage for 8 seconds. Then does same damage, or an increase in damage because he's gone up. But that's it. Now, for me, I said something in stream, and I thought I'd hit home with this. I said, why can't you just give him the shield that blocks 50% for like 30 seconds? Now, if you could give Bludgeon and Ironhide a shield that blocks 50% damage for like 30 seconds, that maybe consider you thinking, well, ability 11 might actually be worth it if he blocks for that long. Making it a length of time that's considerable. But again, what you've got to think as well, guys, is that you're not just upgrading it for 1 million spark and 750k Zen. I mean, to give you an idea, going back to on my main account, my Ironhide is I think ability 5, I think. So, I mean, to get from 8 to 11 alone is 2.25 million. So you're talking about 2.8 million to get him from ability 4. Are you really going to invest 2.8 million spark into someone just to give them a shield, even for 30 seconds, even if it was that? Are you really going to put that much spark into it? No, you're not really, to be honest with you, you're not. So it's not worth it. He needs a buff as well. Even if they bring out the 5-star version, it's going to need a big. And I think that's my aim. But again, my counter argument for that as well is that there's too many bots that need upgrading and need a 5-star version to do it. And I get that again. But, you know, there's only so many bots you can fit in a batch. And then waiting another 9 months. So it could be 18 months or a year and so on, whatever it is, before we even see some of these forgotten bots get a good upgrade. And I really thought that as part of Ability 11, we'd get some good upgrades and look at some bots that are forgotten bots and give them a bit of a buff as well. And I think they've been lacking in a bit of that, really. Maybe it's just because of time frame with Space Ape. I know they've got a lot on at the minute. With 17.5, with combats, with Ability 11, with Batch 2 Ability 11, with new bots. There's a lot. Computron as well. There's a lot of things coming to the game. It is really credible to them. But maybe they're just trying to do a bit too much, and maybe we could look at some older things and fit some things in. RC and Nightbird. So looking at RC, ability 10. So RC ability 10. So place a decoy, disable defenses, and has 70% of your health, which is pretty decent. We did suggest as part of ability 11 to have multiple hollows. So you could have 2, 3, or 4 hollows on the battlefield. And I thought it would be really cool. We also said that a lot of people are expecting an EMP. But what I would have liked is, I would have liked for the EMP to be at all levels, not just ability 11. I would like ability 1 to 10 to have an EMP, and then as part of 11, be able to drop multiple. That's what I would have preferred, personally. Whether that's OP or not, but again, it's a lot of bot that's maybe not considered to be one of the best bots in the game. So, and then we have, where's Nightbird? There she is. So yeah, it's ability 11. You place decoy, disable defenses, 75% of your health. Stunning targets in a large area of death for 8 seconds. So yeah, she is going to be good. If you've got a high level RC at like ability 9 or 10, I'd say yes, getting them to 11 is worth it. I really would. Is it worth leveling from, say, ability 4 if you've got RC on the back burner? Maybe not. Maybe not. So, again, ability 11 is decent, but not amazing. I think it gives Grimlock a reason to really level it up. I think Primes is pretty good as well. And RC is pretty good, but again, I just don't think it's special. That's the word, special. I get it's something extra. It's not just a level up, but I just wanted a bit more out of it, I think. Okay. Sea Spray and Octopunch. Now, this guy I fought for quite a while. I actually like this guy. He's got good DPS. He's got it just needs a bit more. So it does 1,300 damage. Ability 10. I have messaged Space Ape that I think that's a bit underpowered. I'm not too sure they fixed the stats yet. Maybe it'll go live tomorrow. Not too sure. But I have been assured that it will be ups damage while cope with the faster speed. And as ability 11, it summons a devastating tornado and moves the target, dealing 1,362 damage and stuns targets for 5.3 seconds. Now, a lot of us said we would like Octopunch to have the range of Warpath, but still have it slow maybe. So like Warpath, similar damage, but it's a lot slower. It's not instant damage, so it's a bit different. But then giving better stats than Warpath, and I think that would have been more viable, and not just maybe ability 11, but in general. And then to have a slow whirlwind still, but the length of the map would be really considerable. And then ability 11 to add that EMP would be amazing. And I think that would probably make people level him. I really do. And I think that a 5-star Sea Spray and Octopunch would be up there with 5-star Warpath in terms of usage. And if Octopunch and Sea Spray have got ability 11, and Warpath hasn't yet, then, I think that I think that people would level him as a 5-star and use him quite a bit. I do. So yeah, it's an okay change, but not amazing. I'm glad to see the at least they considered the tornado, made it a bit better though. Jazz and Mixmaster caused a huge between the playtesters. And when I find him, I will go through it when I find him. So there is Jazz. So I've got a G1 core Jazz. I haven't got it on the other bot, but you can call down a powerful orbital bombardment, dealing 4,802 damage. And then as ability 11, got a volatile mixer instead, but it calls down a powerful orbital bombardment, dealing 4,865 damage and then 2,433 in area. Now, I wish I had the 5-star as well to compare, but we were saying that the 5-star can't even take out beams and launchers with Billbots. And Space Ape's argument was that, for the ability points that it costs him and what you get out of it, you should be comboing it. Well, then our argument was, well, it's quite expensive. And then Space Ape said, well, for 9 ability points, taking out 2 or 3 or 4 defenses, it's not that expensive. But then our counter was, no one has 2, 3, or 4 defenses together because Jazz will be able to kill them. But because he can, people are doing that more. So there was a very much back and forwards, but a lot of the play testers, pretty much all of them, said that Jazz and Mixmasters need a slight buff. I don't think him one-shotting mortars, I think that's a bit too far. But when he's maxed out as a 5-star, he should be able to maybe take out mortars and definitely at least beams and launchers next to a Billbot. And I think he just needs an upgrade. I really do. I know a lot of people like Jazz already, but I just think that he just needs that bit more. I really do. Autobots. We have Bumblebee. So at level 10, he throws an EMP bomb that explodes in nearby defenses for 8.7 seconds and deals 33% attack damage. And then Scrapnel throws an EMP bomb that explodes stood in nearby targets for 9 seconds and deals 66% of your attack damage. And you can see there, I've put an attack core on Scrapnel. Now, this got me thinking. I'll show you this when I'm doing some testing as well. I tried just throwing Bumblebee's EMP down and see what damage I could do. And on a max HQ, a 4-star 61 11 Scrapnel took, I think it was 3 or 4, maybe 3 attempts to take down a beam laser. So it was quite good. On hard mode, maybe 4. But that got me thinking. For a while now, I've been saying that the game is well overdue a 5-star Bumblebee. Now, a 5-star Bumblebee that's maybe got 600 DPS, dealing 400 DPS for 9 seconds. That's 3,600 damage. That would be ridiculous. So I honestly think that a 5-star Bumblebee in the next batch, if it comes, if we get Bumblebee, would be amazing. I really do. And I'm going to push for that. I think that the EMP and the damage at ability 11, I would definitely take a 5-star Bumblebee to ability 11. Crazy as it sounds, guys, honestly, I think it will be incredible. But the 4-star for now is okay. It's decent, but not quite there yet. Not quite. And I don't think a lot of people have, 4-star, 4-star Bumblebee at a high level. I really don't. And I think that's the problem, that in the current meta with the 4-star Bumblebees, everyone's got at level 55, 54, 53. Mine's at level 50. It's going to take a lot to get him up there. And I don't think people have got the time and investment to get a bot from Oblivion. And I think the people that have, I think the problem as well is the people that have got these underpowered bots like Ironhide and Bumblebee at a high level, it's because they haven't got any other bots to level. They're lacking in 4-star, so they use what they've got. But those guys are not going to have a million spark to throw at ability 11, especially for the likes of Ironhide that just gives them a shield. That's not going to happen, honestly. And I will honestly fight for that. I will never advise anyone to take Ironhide to ability 11 the way he is right now. And that's a shame because I should be promoting these. I should be promoting all ability 11, going, you need to invest in these guys, spend your spark. It's amazing. In some respects, yeah. In others, just not, sadly. Okay, and the last one we've got is Air Raid. So, where is it? Air Raid drops a fusion bomb, doing 5,545 damage, for destroy within 20 seconds from another source. So that's pretty much. And then Decepticons, Slipstream. So drops a fusion bomb, stunning your target for 20 seconds, and then damage on destruction. So this reminds me a lot of the old Silver Ball ability, where it stuns it for 20 seconds. So if you remember the old Silver Ball, where it's just stun the target for 20 seconds, and there's a whole argument on, well, Silver Ball's rubbish because it just stuns the target. But then the counter argument was, yeah, but it stuns it for 20 seconds. If you stun it for 20 seconds, especially towards the end of the base, then that is doing no damage, that defense. But then for the cost, is it really cost effective? Then you can blow it up. But then I've seen a lot of good videos around people using Air Raid on Billbots and then taking the Billbot out with a jet and doing damage. Now, ability 11 does nothing for that because you don't want to EMP a Billbot. Well, dear, that's a good question, actually. I never thought about that. Will EMP in a Billbot stop the shielding? There you go. That's a question we've got to test out. If that's true, that could be immense. If it's not, it's pretty rubbish. So we'll go through all the bots. We'll test them all. We'll go down to a bit of a lower zone. The moment of truth. No, we'll go against our own base. We'll do that instead. So we'll test like one or two at a time. So there we go. We've got a line up there. So we're not going to hard mode. We're not going to prime mode. We're just going to go into against the max base. So like you would in Cyber, that's the sort of level we're looking at. And we'll go in and take them into there. We'll do 2 attacks in order, and then we'll do there were 2 that are not on the screen at the end as well. We'll test Air Raid on the Billbot on hard mode as well, just to see if it can EMP a Billbot. That should be interesting. So what we'll do is we'll drop our bots lower down here. We'll drop Optimus up here. And then we're going to rush them up here. And you can see that shield there. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I just realised I'm using the Autobots. The Autobots are all at ability 10. Blooper. Let's try a con team that's ability 11. I thought, hang on, there's a bug here. There we go. More like it. Go! Right, let's try again with the right bots. We're using cons for a change. I've had a lot of complaints on people saying that I don't know enough cons, so here you go. Here's your chance. So we'll drop Bludgeon, Octopunch, Blastoff, Breather, Claw, Scrapnel, Nightbird, Hook. Drop Megatron up here. And I'm going to use it. Press another ability to slow it down for you. So you can see there, we've used the ability now. So you can see there, it gets that shield like Grimlock does. So it's quite a good shield, like I said. You can see there as well, the target does damage over time now. So you can see there, the initial damage is going down, and then destroys. So it does help the rush a lot. Then we'll use Ironhide ability. See there, it gives him that shield. But I just think that's like Jump Stream, but it's only 50%. And for 8 seconds, I just don't think it's really that worth it. And Bludgeon's having an absolute fit there. I love it when streams work as planned. Yes, yes. Ironhide gets his 1 shield. That's it. Yes, Prime shields all the bots, and yeah, Ironhide just shields himself. And like I said, Ironhide is quite underwhelming. I only showed it, and Bludgeon obviously. I only showed it slowly there because it's not really worth showing. It's really that bad. One of the most disappointing ones, without a doubt. Okay, here we go again. So now we'll show Sea Spray and Firefly. Ironhide is so selfish. True. And it's on 50%. Yeah. Should easily be 80%. I'd say 100%. If that's 100 back, why not? Let's make it OP. I honestly don't get it. I don't get why they got it. They must have something against it. Oh, I've done Autobots again. Ugh. I'm so used to choosing Autobots that Decepticons are a second thought. Right. They are, Chip. Habits are hard to break. So, yes. So now we're going with Octopunch Blastoff instead. So there is something to know about Octopunch and Sea Spray's ability. It's really important. If you click on the defense nearest to you, the damage stops there. If you click furthest away, that's where the damage will stop. So I will show you that. So if you put Sea Spray's ability here, sure, unless I change it, just stop there. What's damage? It just stops there. That's it. If you put it over there, it will continue the full way. So make sure whatever target you're aiming for, you aim to its full maximum range. And then showing Firefly, or Blastoff even, goes to target, hits the target. You see there, quite a big area there. So he's hit the target. And then doing considerable damage to walls and the area around. So quite decent. I think that's pretty cool, like I said, taking out multiple defenses like that. Doing multiple damage to walls and structures around it. Pretty badass. So yeah, Firefly's abilities pretty good. And Sea Spray is okay. Like I said, it gives a bit of an EMP. The range has not changed, but 5-second EMP. I don't think 5 seconds is enough in the game right now with the current meta. Base trials again. Let's go with the next two. Make sure we choose the cons. So now we've got Razor Claw and Scrapnel. Sorry, Steve, you'll have to wait. So for me, this is the one where in testing, when I saw the description, I thought, yeah, that sounds all right. And then when I tested it, I was like, whoa. So we'll keep Razor Claw to one side. We'll do just him on his own. You see here, watch. You know, whole area there. See there, it nearly took out that whole area. Just look at that. So he's hit the initial target, but you can see there, it's even hit the, you know, the mortar. He's hit the cannon, hit the walls around, even hit the beam laser. So yeah, really impressive. And then if we see Scrapnel, put Scrapnels down. So there's one ability. We'll put Hook down to keep him healed. There's two. I haven't put Hook down, I put Megatron down. Just got a third in. And you can see there, 3 has taken out a beam laser. So 3 hits at 61-11. So, like I said, if you bring out a 5-star Bumblebee and 5-star Scrapnel, I think that would be truly amazing. I think a lot of people would level that. And I think I saw Steve earlier saying that, he would literally keep pulling from that batch until he got a Bumblebee. And me too. I really would. I think it'd be really impressive. One of the best scouts in the game. Yeah, it is slightly beastly. I agree. Okay, and the last 2, just for Steve, Nightbird and Hook. Want me to try? Well, Slipstream and Mixmaster are getting tried together, so yeah, they will. But I do want to see if it owns a Billbot. That's definitely something I want to see. And then I want to add, I could do a Mixmaster on top and then see what happens. You got to think that's 13 ability points. You got to take out quite a bit for that cost. So we'll bring out Nightbird and Hook. We'll put it over there. Away from the, well, it might just put the outpost. Yeah, anyway, never mind. We'll drop another bot as well. Just a couple of tanks, just protect her. See there, she's EMP'd in quite a big area. Probably similar to Rook's area, but instead of damage, it's obviously EMP'd. The trapped in defenses also, which is standard really, but yeah, good EMP. And then what we'll do is we'll do Hook's ability, so it heals. I mean, they haven't took much damage, but you can see there a considerable amount of heal. And they've got that shield again, like Grimlock gets. So yeah, it's only 5 seconds though. 5 seconds is pretty quick. Heal bomb again. See there, look at all that healing. That's a ridiculous amount of healing. And that shield. But I just think, again, I don't think 5 seconds is enough. I really don't. The heal bomb is amazing. It's really good. The shield's good. Just think 5 seconds is not enough. I think that's where it's lacking. But yeah, I would, yeah, if we've got a little RC, I'd take her to 11, or Nightbird, obviously. And then if I had Ratchet or Hook at ability 9 or 10, then yeah, I'd probably set them to 11 as well. Again, I wouldn't push them from lower levels, say 5, 6, and say level 51. I just wouldn't bother. I really wouldn't. Okay. Slipstream and Mixmaster, aka Jazz and Air Raid. We'll take out Scrapnel, put Mixmaster in, Nightbird, put in Slipstream. But I am going to go on Prime League, so that I'm sure is it Prime League or is it hard mode? Is it Prime League gives you the Billbot's health? Yes, I think it is, isn't it? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, because hard battle just gives them an extra DPS and health on it. Yeah, well, yeah. So Prime League effects. Okay. Here we go. So you can see there that the shield is active for the mortar, for the launcher. So we're going to put the Slipstream down. Hits the Billbot. No, it hasn't, sadly. It hasn't took the shield away. Can we destroy it in time, though? And that is an incredible area. So we're going to put it right in the middle here, I think. We'll put it on this launcher. Then we'll put Jazz on top. Now that is a crazy combo. That is a ridiculous combo, but you can see there, it's used a lot of ability points. Huge amount. But it can clear a really good area. Oh, a big shout out to Righteous, who again has donated to the stream. Again. So a big shout out to him. Thank you. He's one of our moderators. I say it's in every stream, and you know, it's crazy, you know, when the moderators donate like that, because they've got all the perks already. But yeah, huge thank you, Righteous, much appreciated. So you see there that he's got that EMP that Silverbolt used to have, or she has, sorry. But yeah, it's not needed. I don't think it needs it. It's like, for me, if you're going to EMP it, you don't need to destroy it. Leave it. So it's like giving her a secondary option. It doesn't enhance her ability. It gives Slipstream or Air Raid an extra choice. So you can use it to EMP, or you can use it to explode. I personally wouldn't use them for both. I just don't see the point, personally. I really don't. So, what do you guys think? What do you put it in the chat, guys? What do you think? Top 3. What are your top 3 ability 11? Which one have you, or will you upgrade? Which one are you looking forward to? It might not be in the top 3. You might have punch at level 10. You think, you know what? I'm going to take him to 11 because he's on my war team. So, what 3? Your top 3 ability 11s, or the bots that you are going to upgrade on your team? I think that for me, on my team, I think I might upgrade Ratchet. I might wait for the next batch. We are going to be testing the next batch next week. So I reckon in a month's time, we'll probably be getting the batch every single month. That's my estimation. So do I spend it on Ratchet? Do I wait to see who's in the next batch? And we'll talk about the next batch in a minute. I think Grimlock is really good. It's got some cons in it. I think Grimlock is definitely worth 11. I think Blastoff and Firefly is definitely worth 11. I think Mixed Master, if you got them at high level, is worth 11. And RC and Nightbird and Hook and Ratchet are worth 11 as well. Those bots are definitely worth 11. The rest, not so much. And definitely not. I'll be honest with you though, if I've got any of these bots at level 6, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't take them from 6 to 11. If they're not on your war team, guys, I wouldn't bother with ability 11. And a lot of these bots are, you know, forgotten bots from yesterday where they were sometimes in the meta. Some of them have never been in the meta. You know, Octopunch and Sea Spray have never been in the meta. Ironhide and Bludgeon have never been in the meta. Bumblebee and Scrapnel have never been in the meta. Slipstream and Air Raid, maybe when the game first come out. I'm not saying these bots aren't useful. I'm just saying they're not in the meta in terms of the bots that everyone's using in every war team going. So, ones, a few very good ones. But from taking from this, my top 3 are Grimlock, Blastoff, and Grimlock and Razorclaw, Blastoff and Firefly, and Ratchet and Hook, maybe RC and Nightbird. It's a close third between. But yeah, so ability 11 on the whole is pretty decent. Some good options. So first off, Sharks did say he wanted to see Omega Supreme 5-star. I know a lot of people are interested now. It's getting closer, so people can sort of. I mean, we're in touching distance of this 5-star part now. And before everyone asks, I do not know if the 5-star part is going to be in Shanix or leaderboard or what. I don't know about the cost. I do not know, guys, honestly. Not a clue. What I can tell you, though, is that the 4-star will come in the Shanix store. Again, I don't know when. I don't know how much it's going to be, but it will come in the Shanix store at some point. But yeah, 5-star Omega Supreme. People have asked for Omega Supreme and said, oh, I want to see the 5-star stats. And when's the 5-star part coming out? What people forget is you need 3 spark to get him to level 20. 3 million combiner spark. That's a lot. I say my combiner spark about 6 months for. I thought Computron was coming beginning of the year. And I had 1 million in 6 months. So it's going to take most people probably a year and a half, a year to get enough combiner spark to take it to the 5-star level. If you're one of the whales or, a good level, then yeah, maybe 6 months to a year, probably a year. Everyone else, good luck, honestly. I've stopped leveling my my Mega Supreme for that reason, that I'm never going to get him to level 20. I use Defensor a lot more. Yeah. I'm just seeing someone asking the chat when do they think ability 11 will come. I think every month, there or thereabouts. I would not say on the dot every 4 weeks we are going to have a new batch. It might be 6 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, who knows? But I'd expect one every month and a half, 2 at the most. So they are gonna keep going. They're not gonna stop. And talking about bots that I think will be ability 11. So because Jazz has got an ability 11, I think it'd be rude not to do Sunstreaker. So I think we'll see Sunstreaker in the next match. And considering he's got a 5-star, that could be interesting. It could be. Who else do I think in the next batch? I think Wheeljack. We touched upon Wheeljack in our, and we wanted to give something to Ratchet, and they said, well, actually, I think we might give that to Wheeljack instead. So I think we'll see Wheeljack in the next batch, and it's going to be a lot of the older bots. I don't see Perceptor. I was looking through, and it's going to be a lot of the older bots. I think we'll see. Who else? I think we'll see. I think ability. I think that Blaster maybe. I think Blaster might get ability 11. If not this, then the next one definitely. I think Sideswipe will. I think Hopper came later. Power Glide, yes, I think Power Glide in the next batch. I think there'll be quite a few jets because Superion came out quite early in the game, and I think that they're one of the first few bots out. And I think that we'll see a lot of jets in this next. Cliff Jumper, I think we will see Cliff Jumper. We'll see Mirage too. I think we'll see Mirage, Hound, the original G1 bots, Prowl, these sort of bots, the original bots that first came in the game. I think a lot of those. Ultra Magnus, yes, I think Ultra Magnus might be the batch. Maybe Huffer. I think Huffer came a bit later, maybe. But the original bots, Paramagna, maybe. She might be on the cusp, maybe a bit late. They'll all come eventually. But I'm talking about the next batch. So you got to look at batch 1 in terms of the 5-star crystals. Batch 1 of Grimlock, Silverbolt, Gnaw, Hot Rod, Sunstreaker, those kind of bots, original sort of G1 bot team. Then we're going on to the sort of Rust Renegades and Drift. I think Wheeljack was still an original bot though, but it's come out a bit later. Windblade, I think, was original bot or very early on. So possibly Windblade. Like I said, I don't think Cheeto will yet. Jazz already has. I'm not too sure about Springer yet. He came quite late. Ultra Magnus, yes. Batch 4, Elita, no. Sludge, maybe. Blaster, yes, because he come quite early on. I think he might come batch 3 though, because he's quite a powerful bot already. Prowl, yes, I think he'll get ability 11 quite soon. Batch 5. Snarl, maybe. Runner's Prime came quite later. Warpath came later. I don't know, maybe Perceptor. Maybe Perceptor's on the edge of getting, And then ability, oh god, and then it stops there at Legacy 5, so I'm trying to think now. Goldfire, no. Rust Dust, no, I think that'll come a bit later. Hotspot, maybe. Hotspot might get a bit. I don't know, he came quite late, but yeah, maybe. Percy is already lethal. Ability 11 for him would break the game. Yeah, but you got to remember that he might not. It might not be an increase to his hack. It might mean that his hack does extra damage. So, like air raid. So he might hack, but to the shock tower over time, maybe. I don't know, something like that. You know, maybe it makes it AOE like blades. Maybe I doubt it go that far, really. But you know, you don't have to. It doesn't have to always enhance. Look at air raids. If you'd have said to me they're going to improve air raid ability 11, make it special, you think massive amount of damage. They haven't. They just gave it an EMP. So you know, Jazz. You think Jazz will do more damage? It doesn't do more damage. It just does an AOE. So it's just sort of like making AOE have a singular damage or making something like that. So Perceptor, if they did make him ability, I think they keep the same. I don't think they make it too overpowered. I think they'd put extra damage or give him a shield even. Use his ability, give him a shield. Why not? Or any defense that he attacks, he stuns. I think does have that anyway. I think does Perceptor have that? I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking, guys. Like I said, it's it's depending on the testing. The apes will come to us with this. Ratchet's changed completely. We weren't happy with Ratchet at all. We said it needs totally changing, and it did get changed. But most of them are already set. So we will see. First aid level 11 8 Medibots. No. I don't know. Well, you've got to think if Ratchet gives protection, then maybe the Medibots will speed up bots. Maybe Wheeljack will drop some sort of Medibots, will give bots a shield. Well, no, if Ratchet gives it, maybe Wheeljack will give a heal bomb. So when using the ability, it also heals as well. So heals and speeds up. Ratchet heals and gives a shield. And first aid will give protection and a speed up. They can all interlink like that. You don't have to always think of, this bot is gonna improve this part of the ability. It can make it totally different. So it's it's gonna be interesting for ability 11. It really is. And I think that is it. I'm going to do some more testing. We have got some the new combat bots in. I have talked a bit about it in my VIP section. Touched upon it. And Glitch looks to be like a sort of sniping bot. That's what it said in the newsletter. So I thought it'd be a stun gunner sort of combat, but no, it seems to be a sniping bot. And Chip Cox is asking if I like him yet. I've not tested him yet. I've only seen what people have put in the play testing, so I can't say. But from what I'm hearing already is that he's very good on Smokescreen because of Smokescreen's range as a sniper anyway, and he's to a true sniper. But that's basically what it says in the newsletter. So I can't really say anything. Like I said, guys, I can't talk about the ability yet. I've not even tested it myself yet. So I'm literally just going off the newsletter. So yeah, having a sniping, let's be honest, Smokescreen is a sniper, and he was originally, and they changed to a gunner, so he can equip more bots and things like that and be in the right class. So he's a sniper anyway. So putting a sniper combat on a sniper makes perfect sense. So we'll see. I think the combats will be coming out next week, as we saw in the newsletter as well. That Scattershot Leozak is coming to the game in the next leaderboard. And I'm just a bit disappointed that he's not a triple changer. I would have loved to see him as triple changer. And I thought they missed a trick there. They could have brought out him with 8-Face or Snapdragon. And now I'm just wondering, with 8-Face or Snapdragon, are they going to come to the game? Because they are some of my favourite cons. If they are going to come to the game, who are they going to couple them with? Because we're running out of Autobot triple changers. I thought I'd never say we're running out of Autobots in any breath at all, but yeah, we're running out of Autobot triple changes. Yeah. So next week, we'll be looking at the new combats. That'll be really good. And Chip Cox has put broadside. Okay, how are you gonna get a What's it called? I'm not going to say a boat. That's awful. A carrier on the map. How are you going to get an aircraft carrier on the map? If you can tell me that, then I'll believe you will get broadside in the game, but you're going to really struggle. Mass shifting. I don't know about that. We'll see. We will see. That's why we have play testers. Fair enough, Steve. I will put it forward. That sounds like a challenge, and I do like a challenge. Okay, guys, going to wrap it up here. Just want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching. Thank you, everyone that's donated. If you're not subscribed already, guys, we're at 2,222 subscribers. So can we hit 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year? That was always the aim, and I thought it was far too far away to even get near. But we're not that far away now. Only 280 subs away. So we just need a big influx of people. So if there's anyone out there that you know that's not watching my channel, doesn't know what we're doing, then give me, send them not send them a message, but give them a shout out saying, hey, come and check out Sunstreaker Wozza stream. You should subscribe. He does some good content, covers all the new stuff. Go and check him out. Yeah. All right. Thanks to everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. Like I said, tune in next week for the new combats. We'll be showing a bit more of Ability 11 as well. Anything I find out in the chats, anything new, I can go through any new little tactics and little tricks. You never know. We're going to talk about a few other things, and especially how to negate Chromia. I found an interesting tactic to negate Chromia, which for a lot of the top guys in the game will be really, really important. So tune in next week, and we'll be showing all. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to everyone for watching, and peace out.